What's going on, everyone? About a month ago I dropped a track called Bring That, and I wanted to put this video together just to walk through some of the things I did a little bit differently in how I went about promoting it before it dropped. I know a lot of people who follow me are producers, so I thought this might be useful just to go through some of the ideas and walk through some of the results and see if any of them might work out for you in future when you're releasing your own music.
So first up, I went to Twitter and just fired out a tweet letting people know that for the next 2 weeks ahead of its release, it could be downloaded absolutely free via my Bandcamp. I also put a little video clip from a Keep Hush session where I'm playing the track, just so people had a rough idea of what it sounded like. I thought this would be a good way to reach new DJs and also reward them for getting in early on the track. The next thing I did was create a really basic video, which was the artwork and the music, allowing people to use the sound on Instagram and on TikTok for their own videos. In return for them using the sound, I would repost their videos to my followers via my stories.
The thinking here is you open yourself up for one of those potential viral moments, but if you don't get that, at the worst case, you're at least going to reach a few new eyes and ears that maybe aren't following you already.
So for 2 weeks ahead of the release, people could download it for free via Bandcamp. The reason I use Bandcamp is it's really good at notifying people who've bought my music in the past that I've got some new music coming out. What really surprised me though was how many people decided to pay money for the release even though they could download it for free via Bandcamp. Not only was it earning a little bit of extra cash, but it was also helping to build a database of people who'd signed up for information of upcoming releases on Bandcamp in future. As you can see here, those Bandcamp notifications have actually made more sales than anything else I've done up to this point. Something else that's really interesting is looking at the graph that shows you when people paid for this release. As we can see, the day that I actually announced that it was going to be given away free, I earned more money than any other day, including the release date itself. The next biggest spike after that is Bandcamp Friday, where Bandcamp waive all its fees so that I don't have to pay any percentage back to Bandcamp for my sales. It's usually a good idea to release on this Friday as it gets a lot of traffic from people who are looking to help out the independent artists as much as possible.
One of the most interesting things that I took from this data was that in those 2 weeks that I allowed people to download this track for free, it actually outsold a couple of other singles that I'd released a couple of years back.
Now if we have a little look at how it's done since it actually came out, I'm going into my Spotify for Artists app just to have a little look at the stats. As expected, the big spike is the release date. I might have hoped for a little bit more. I was hoping that maybe some of this hype and this buzz that was being built by the other bits and bobs I was doing would help it land in a playlist, but that wasn't to be the case. We go again next time and hopefully we hope for better results on the next release.
With this track being more of a DJ focused track, it's got that long intro, long outro. It's not really suitable for Spotify playlists as much as some of the other bits that I've put out in the past. So I didn't have super high expectations of it landing, but I still went ahead and made sure that I submitted all of those applications for it to be considered for playlists. You can do that inside the Spotify for Artists app, and you should do it 2 weeks ahead of anything that you release. I hope you found this video useful. Good luck releasing your own music, and my next release will be dropping on the 24th of March. It's a collaboration with Duce. Keep your eyes out for it.